Welcome to the second episode of Mediocre Minecraft. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Really appreciate you coming along for the ride today. We are getting right into it today. I got a couple things I want to do, but the first thing is I want to return to the taiga village that we found in episode 1 and excavate the trail ruin that we found. I have never excavated a trail ruin before, and I am pretty excited to do so. So we're going to do that, and then I want to add a storage room to our starter area, to our starter cave. I imagine we're going to have a lot of nicks and knacks and blocks and whatnot from the trail ruin, and so nope. Little glitch there. That was weird. Yeah. So I think some storage organization is going to be necessary. So we're going to head over to that trail ruin, and I will check in as soon as we arrive. All right, so here we are, and I think really we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to start taking out this cobblestone, and that looks like the suspicious gravel. It has that sort of little. Oh, that's not how you use that. All right, right click. We'll do better. All right, here we go. And what do we got on our first suspicious gravel? Is that a candle? Brown candle. All right. All right, we're killing it so far, guys. This already feels a little bit more intense than I thought it would, just because I'm really worried about taking out suspicious gravel without using the brush properly. Like, you really got to look at all the faces of these blocks. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna require a little more attention than I was planning to devote to it. But here we go. So we found some more suspicious gravel down here. We've made our way down a little ways. So let's see what we get in this one. What is that? Is that that's a wooden hoe? All right, wooden hoe. Fair. And it looks like a hanging sign. Okay, that's cool. I'm actually not sure if I've ever used a hanging sign before. I know that's hard to believe. This looks like some kind of like a brick spiral staircase. Oh, and more suspicious gravel. Okay, what do we have in here? Pottery sherd? I think that's what that is. And then, is this suspicious? No, it's not. All right, moving on. We've made our way down pretty far at this point, so I'm going to take out some of the structure that we used to get down here. It's pretty neat how the ruins are set up, and we had this little spiral staircase of brick and a bunch of terracotta, and yeah, it's just sort of neat how they design these. Oh, and there's more suspicious gravel. What's going to be in this one? What do we got? What is that? Is that wheat? What is? Oh, another wooden hoe. All right, that's two of those. And what do we have on this suspicious gravel? What is this? Another pottery sherd, maybe? Yeah, another pottery sherd. Okay. All right, what do we have here? What do we got? What is that? Purple candle, I think. Okay, we'll take it. Purple candle works. All right, one more piece of suspicious gravel. What do we have here? Another pottery sherd, it looks like. That's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. I am starting to sort of realize the tedious nature of the trail ruins. Definitely sort of seeing, why I don't see a lot of YouTubers, expounding on them. They've been out a while too. Let's use our bundles to kind of get our inventory under control. This is a perfect time to use bundles, I gotta say. I can't imagine what this would be like without them. It'd be really, really difficult to do this sort of thing early game if you didn't have somewhere to hide all the like random bits and bobs here. Now I think we're gonna do sort of a little time-lapsey thing here. I don't want to draw this out too long, but I do want to show sort of all the work I put in. So while we time lapse through a good portion of this excavation, I do want to touch on something from last episode. I mentioned two podcasts in the last episode. I mentioned the Block Party, which unfortunately had their last episode just about a week ago. I think it was on the I don't know, it might have been on like the 16th or so of of June 2025. So we talked about the block party, and we talked about the Spawn Chunks, which is ongoing and a great podcast as well regarding Minecraft. There is one other podcast I wanted to mention. Imp and Skiz from Hermitcraft fame, among other things, have a podcast as well, and it's pretty great also. They deal not just with Minecraft, but with life and just a whole bunch of topics. But I did want to give them a shout out as well. Not that they need it, but I do enjoy listening to their podcast. And unless you've been under a rock, you probably realize. And I think I heard. Oops! I don't know what I did here. I think I heard a wandering trader up here. Oh, no, maybe not. I thought I did. Oh, I did. Okay, he just moved up the hillside here. Okay. You're invisible, aren't you, sir? But I can still see what trades you have. Anything good? Not that I have much to trade with you. Anything good? Okay. Yeah. Not bad. All right. We are going to take your leads, though, and we're not going to kill you or your llamas to do it. We're going to use the boat technique. If I can get a boat, stop torching. If I can get a boat on the ground, get out of the. Good grief. This guy and his llamas. Unreal. Get in there. All right, awesome. There's one lead. And then, can I get another lead? I'd gotta break this boat. Dude, hitbox? Anywhere? Thank you, thank you. Oh, and we got the second lead somehow as well. Awesome. All right, back down in the ruin here. We got more suspicious gravel. And sure enough, what is this? Oh, cool armor trim. Very neat. Okay. Very, very cool. What is that? That's the Shaper armor trim? Yeah, yeah, very cool. Okay, get that in the bundle and we'll keep moving along here. And this looks like blue dye of some sort. I don't know if that's light blue or blue, but some kind of dye here. And we'll keep on. Ooh, there's a, is that a bookshelf? No, what is that? We'll find out in a second. Oh, hello, but, oh, Enderman. Hi. Invading my space. Let's, oh, yeah, see, now I can do this. That's right. You can't get in here, can you? You can't get into a 2-block tall space. Man, that music freaks me out every time. Now, is it possible to critical hit a mob when you can't really jump? Well, guess it doesn't matter. And we got an ender pearl out of the deal. That's great. That's awesome. And we are just about finished up here. This is the last bit of brick, the last few blocks I'm going to take, and then I think we have essentially cleared this place out. There's a little bit of gravel left, but none of it is suspicious. At least I don't believe it is. I tried to check it all. So yeah, we're going to take out these last few blocks and then head back to the cave. Time to pillar up and get on out of here. We are going to get up to the surface and head back to the base, and I think it'll be time to kind of start our storage project for the day. We got a lot of stuff in our inventory, and we need a place to put it. So we're gonna head back home and yeah, start our storage room, or at least our beginner storage room, our mediocre storage room, if you will. So we still have 3 full bundles and a full inventory upon arriving home. And so I think the first order of business is just going to be to craft a bunch of chests so we can kind of relieve ourselves of this inventory. And I think we're going to put the storage room kind of in the center of the U shape here. I don't think there's anything behind the stone. I think it's all, solid, so we can just sort of break away and create a room of whatever size we want. It's not going to be huge. I'm hoping to maybe do like, I don't know, somewhere around 18 chests, 18 double chests, give or take. Again, this room only needs to sort of last us for the, kind of for the early game, so yeah, so I think that should be plenty. And then I do want it to look relatively nice, so we're definitely going to do like a floor and a ceiling. I'm not sure what we'll do with the walls yet, but I want it to be, reasonable looking. So we've got the space hollowed out, at least start. And now I think what I want to do is put in some wood bracing like we have in the rest of the cave. Just so it sort of maintains that consistency with the other stuff we got going on here. Again, it'll be relatively simple. We're just going to do some wood bracing. Maybe we'll do a little bit of decoration on it at some point, but we're not going to get nuts. And now we're gonna let's take out this wall a little bit, just so it looks a little bit more natural. We're gonna have to do a little bit more work with the walls around it, but it's a start. Let's hollow this out, mine these blocks, and we'll put a cross brace in as well, again to sort of match the kind of match the rest of the cave here. Let's grab our blocks, and I think next what we should probably do is just place some chests down after we get this beam in. Put some chests down and at least start to try to relieve ourselves of some of the inventory we're holding on to here. So we got some chests in here. I was coming back to place the rest of them. Once I was able to free up my inventory, I was able to craft more chests. We'll put do this side as well. We might do the back of the room as well, or maybe we'll do it with some shelving and some barrels. I'm not quite sure yet. And we do need to do something with this space behind the pillars. And I think some walls might work reasonably well. We'll sort of have to see. I'm not sure if it'll fit the cave, because like, why would there be bricks in the cave? Like, did I have time to make bricks? I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. I don't know. There's some kind of like lame kind of lore-ish thing going on there. But I kind of like the sticking them out into the room a little bit. It looks better when you walk in. I don't know if it looks great when you get inside, but we'll figure it out. And now we've dug out the floor, so let's lay in our mud bricks and packed mud blocks. And we're just going to kind of spread them out and kind of intertwine them. Most of it will be the brick, but we do want to have some packed mud as well. Mud, packed mud, mud bricks, all of that. It's a really interesting set of blocks, because you don't see them in you don't see them used a whole lot, except by by the way, we're gonna mix some dirt in here too. I think it's a good block that goes with the mud pretty well. But sorry, again, back to that. You don't see mud used a lot in I don't know what the word is for like more amateur YouTube Let's Play series, I guess. I mean, they do take some work to come by, unless you happen to find a trail ruin. But they do take some work to come by and to craft and whatnot, because they require wheat and mud, obviously, and sometimes that requires you using water bottles, and that can be real tedious. It's interesting. It's an interesting block, because I don't use it a whole lot for that reason. But I'm trying to use it more because I think they're really cool. Both the mud, the packed mud, the mud bricks, they all look very, very neat. I may change the blocks that I'm putting under the chests at some point, especially if I do walls behind the chests. But for now, I'm going to try to use quite a bit of dirt, just so that I save the mud blocks for areas that are more visible. But yeah, we'll do all under here, under our walls, and then we'll take a look at the floor. And I think we should be looking pretty good. I think the room is shaping up pretty nicely. Of course, then we are going to have to move all of our stuff into the chest, which is going to be a whole thing on its own. But let's get the last couple blocks in here, and we'll take a look at how it looks and see if we're happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the floor. I think now we need to start working on the ceiling. And what I'm planning to do is hide some torches up here, and then use some trap doors to allow the light to come through. So we'll bring up bring up the ceiling height a little bit. We've got torches up there, and then we put the 2 trap doors, and that should let some of the light through, I believe. We'll do the same on the other side as well. Then we'll build our ceiling and see if our light levels are acceptable. We'll prevent mobs from spawning. Let's get our last torch in here, and then we can cover this one up with trapdoors as well. And then I have a mix of trapdoors and slabs that we're going to use for the ceiling here. And again, we're sort of going to do kind of like a random pattern, or as random as I can make it, just so that the ceiling looks like it is a ceiling. Someone made it, but it's not perfect. It's a little patchy, a little splotchy kind of deal going on. I mean, this is a cave after all. We're getting the last few slabs in, and let's just sort of step back here and take a look. And I think that's looking pretty good, honestly. Let's start filling up some chests. We're going to break these up into some pretty big, sort of like, categories. We'll have one whole chest probably for cobblestone. We'll have another one for stone and related stone crafted objects. We have plenty of gravel, so we got an entire double chest set up for gravel here. And this next one is going to be stone, like we talked about just a minute ago. Do one whole stone with some crafted stone stuff as well. And then some things will get, half a double chest, So we got our andesite here, and we're going to mix that in with our mud blocks, our mud bricks, mud stairs, packed mud, etc. Now, I've been walking in and out of the storage room a few times now, and one thing I don't like is the wall situation. We're going to take off this last section of walls, and I think we're going to put some more spruce in as as bracing, and then we'll figure out at a later date what to use in between the sort of two sections of spruce. I don't think the stone bricks are doing it for me, so we're going to take out a little bit of the ceiling, and we're going to grab some spruce, and we're just going to mirror the front, the entryway of the storage room. We'll just put some spruce logs going up. We'll strip them just like we stripped the ones up front, and we'll run torches all the way down because I have torches in my offhand. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing over here. And I think already that's looking a lot better. I do want to put in maybe like one more torch over here. I think it's a little bit dark in this area. Now I do want to expand the back a little bit. I decided I do want to put some barrels and chests back here, but I want to do it on sort of like a shelf and make it look a little more organized, I guess, not just a room full of chests. So we're going to take this wall out, and then we'll get some chests and some barrels and see what we can come up with here. We got the floor put in back there, and now we're going to lay down some chests, and this is just going to be one row of double chests, and then we're going to do something a little different over in this area. I'm going to use upside down stairs and some slabs, and we'll create like a little shelving system with this, and then we'll also use some spruce trapdoors to sort of make like to really sort of sell the shelving aspect. Oops, that doesn't go there. We're going to use barrels here just to mix it up a little bit. I think barrels look nice. We're not going to have any villagers around here, I don't think, and so there's no reason not to use them. And now let's have some fun with trapdoors. All right, so we're going to put two up on the side. Sort of looks like an upright, and now up here we can just sort of continue it. Maybe up like one more. Whoops, that one doesn't belong either. Let's get rid of that. And then we can do another row of slabs here, and that'll look like a, kind of look like a top shelf, and that way there'll be some space between the top shelf and the barrel below it, which I think kind of sells it a little bit better than it would otherwise. Get those barrels on the top shelf there, put another slab in, and then we'll have to do some trapdoors down the opposite side there. That's enclosed, so I'll have to figure that out. I'm going to take one or two of these chests out, I think, and we'll put some other kind of decoration there at some point. But let's hop up here. Oops, got to let's see what we do. We're going to have to break the ceiling, I think, to get in the right position to put these trapdoors in. Let's break all this out, and we can get up here. And now, if we can turn correctly, I think we could just place these down on top of each other. Get this last one in. Okay, very good. All right, yeah. All right, awesome. Now we open them all up, and perfect. Hop down, break these blocks, and I think we're starting to look good here. Now I grabbed some candles, and I grabbed a pot that we can put a sapling in. So let's break one more of these barrels, and we'll use this bottom shelf as the candles, because that sort of makes more sense, right? You wouldn't put candles on the top shelf where you can't ever light them. And then let's grab our pot and pillar up again. I'll throw our pot on the top here, and our sapling looks very nice. Got our flint and steel here. Let's light these candles up. Oh, that's awesome. Provides a little light to the room. I really like it. Light and liveliness with the motion. Awesome. So we are going to do a little bit more mining here. With the blocks I've been breaking and whatnot, I've been going through even iron pickaxes really quickly. So we're going to mine down to diamond level using the same technique we did last week, and get the drop chute and a water column to get ourselves back up. And we're just going to mine for some diamonds. I'm not looking to get like full diamond armor and all that. I just want enough to make a pickaxe or two. So we're going to drop down our existing mine shaft to, I think this is at, we're at like Y level 16 here, I think. I built it here because there's supposed to be a good amount of iron at this level. And then we're just gonna make this room a little bit bigger, kind of mine out some of these blocks, and then I think we're gonna put. Oh, and speaking of iron pickaxes, yeah, we're gonna mine out some of these blocks, and I think we are gonna make our drop chute down to diamond level right along this wall, so that we can drop down our first chute, and then directly to our left will be the second chute. And we'll do it the same way we did last time, just doing a 1 by 3, in sort of the safe manner, sitting on the edge of the block while we go down. Oh, hey, iron. That's actually probably going to be useful because this pickaxe is probably going to break while we get down, especially when we start going through that deep slate. So we actually mined one level too low, so we placed that cobblestone down to give us a better base. I don't want to be below the first layer of bedrock, because then we could always run into bedrock when we're doing our branches and whatnot. We're going to make a furnace here. That way we can smelt up this iron that we acquired along the way. That'll give us an additional 2 pickaxes, and hopefully we can find our first diamonds with 2 pickaxes. If not, then I'm not sure. We'll have to go mine some more iron first, I guess. We're just widening up this room. Whoops, there goes another pickaxe. While our iron smelts here, and then what we'll do is we'll put a slab down, for a bottom slab down where our drop chute is going to be, and that way we can drop right into the water. A little waterlog slab. I think this is the right side because this is where the torches are. So yeah, we'll put a cobblestone slab. We'll put one of those down on the bottom, and then we can fill it with water, and that'll give us a safe way to drop down into this or onto this level. Looks like our iron is done, so we can make another pickaxe if we need to. But let's get rid of this furnace and this crafting bench here. And now I think we're just gonna start digging some strips and start mining here. So we're just a few blocks into our first little branch here. I did hear some lava just a moment ago, so I'm a little worried we might run into some. But if we do, we'll just turn around and go the opposite direction. It's really not a huge deal. We just want to be safe about it, be careful. But we'll keep going until we have to stop, basically. Oh, and yeah, there we go. Yep, sort of called it. So let's dig a hole there, make sure that the lava falls in, doesn't come after us, and then we'll block it up. It's a lot easier than in the Nether. In the Nether, it's tough because the lava moves so quickly. there. Sometimes it actually is dangerous when you mine into it. On the overworld, I really don't think it's an issue. It's so slow moving. You should always be able to, make a quick divot in the ground for it to flow into, and at that point you're safe. So we just turned around and we're gonna head down this passage now, we're gonna mine through this passage now, and hopefully we'll find some diamonds or other ores sooner than later. Still haven't found much as we move forward here. Oh, there's our that's the first lapis I think I've seen so far in this world. We got one. That's great. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's more. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's not like we're gonna, have a shortage of lapis or anything. Moving on. Oh, we got our first redstone. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right, we found lapis and we found redstone. So, really, the only thing left we're looking for is diamonds. So let's go. Let's go. We're 2 out of 3. Let's get the last leg of this parlay. You know what I'm saying? Still have not found any diamonds. I'm starting to worry just a little bit. Oh, well, I guess we did find some diamonds. Wow, I didn't even see those up there. They don't sparkle, I guess, as much as I thought they did. Let's see how many we have. Oh, ooh, this is an 8-pack. This is the true 8-pack right here. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So with those diamonds found, we are going to, we're going to head back up to the surface. I think that's really all we wanted to do. I'll save any future mining for once we have a enchanted pickaxe, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that. We might do an enchanting table, or I might go find a villager, find a librarian villager back at one of those villages. But first, let's break out our crafting bench. We're going to craft our first ever diamond pickaxe. Boom, very nice, very exciting. So I think the diamond pickaxe has like a durability of like 2,500, whereas the iron pickaxe has like a durability of like 250 or something. It's something like that. It's a big difference, and that's why it was important to me to get a diamond one. And back up to our Y16 level mine, and we'll take our water column up. We do need to get a water bucket so we can fill in the water column down below, down to our diamond level mine. So let's drop back down real quick, and we'll take care of that. So let's see. This is the dark side. This is the light side. So the water's going to go on the dark side. Let's throw it down there. We're going to drop into our chute just to make sure there's no issues at the bottom. I can't imagine there would be, but doesn't hurt to be sure. All right, back up at the top. The last thing I want to do today is just work a little bit on this area around the drop chute to the mine. I want to put in a little bit more mud, maybe some gravel, just kind of make it look a little bit more reasonable. We'll get rid of these extraneous blocks and whatnot. I do need to find a spot for my bed, but that'll probably wait until the next episode. So let's take out this cobblestone, take out the stone and some of the dirt, and then let's place these mud bricks and packed mud blocks down. And hopefully it'll make this area look a little bit more cohesive. We still need to do some work here. It's definitely not where I want it to be, but slowly but surely the tortoise wins the race. You know what I mean? It's definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint for me. And yeah, I think some packed mud over here. We'll see, and then some gravel will fill this last little bit in. I think we're looking pretty good. I'm happy with it for now. We could definitely make some changes, maybe a little gradient it up a little bit better, but we're pretty close, I feel. And guys, with that, we are done with episode 2 of Mediocre Minecraft Season 2. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. Please like and subscribe if you are willing and able. It means a lot to me that you all take the time to watch and subscribe and whatnot. If there's anything I can do to make the videos more enjoyable, please put it in the comments. I know they've been, mediocre for lack of a better term. That's sort of what we do. But yeah, once again, really appreciate you guys watching. You all have a great couple days, and we'll see you soon.